Our main topic today, anti-Semitism in Europe. A new study revealing how many Jewish people are still fleeing the EU because they feel unsafe. So do these statistics surprise you?
I don't think the statistics are really surprising. You have different types of populations and different backgrounds of anti-Semitism in these countries. As we know, anti-Semitism today manifests in multiple different ways. You have modern anti-Semitism, which is often manifested in the form of anti-Zionism or under the name of anti-Zionism. And then you have classic anti-Semitism. In Poland, you have a lot of classic anti-Semitism. In Germany, we see a lot more of the modern anti-Semitism.
So now, Yael spoke a little bit about what JNF USA was doing in the United States to push back on the growing rates of anti-Semitism or the apparently growing rates of anti-Semitism. Are there similar pushes in Europe that you know of?
I know that there are a lot of organizations, Jewish organizations, that are working across the aisle with other communities, be they Muslim or Christian or other interest groups in Europe, to get to know Israelis and vice versa. And I do think that there's a huge key to combating anti-Semitism, which is why the work of JNF is so important and what they're doing. Because when people start to understand what Israel really is and that it's not this sort of boogeyman that it's often portrayed as, whether in the international press or on social media, then people start to understand that they might not be getting the full picture about what's happening in Israel. And the more ability we have to build those connections with other groups, especially other minority groups, the stronger we're going to be in the end, and the more understanding we're going to have, both in terms of understanding about what's happening in Israel and in terms of combating anti-Semitism and what it looks like today. I think one of the biggest challenges for me, as someone who's been very vocal about combating anti-Semitism online, is that there's a complete lack of understanding. People don't know, they don't understand why anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism, or so often how it manifests today. So part of that is educating other communities, even Jewish, but also in particular non-Jewish. So this is a really, really important step to the future of combating anti-Semitism and making a safer community both abroad and within Israel.